Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we're going to be building another home for my Rebuild Windenburg project for the save file that I'm working on. And I do have to apologize that I haven't posted, like most of last week I didn't post. I actually just posted last week. I posted on Monday and on Tuesday I uploaded videos. I uploaded 6 videos last week on those 2 days. But other than that, I just took a little bit of a break from creating content. I basically just spent time playing the game, I guess, for myself and building a little bit. But yeah, so this build is quite a large one and it's quite a bit longer than what I'm used to doing at these days. Usually I've been trying to keep my builds under 20 minutes, but this one, just the build portion of it is I think almost 22 minutes, and then obviously we have the screenshots and the video tour and everything like that at the end. But yeah, so since it did take me a little bit longer to build this, since the house is quite big, as you guys can see, it's still coming together, the shape of it. But the house is quite big, so it did take me quite a while to finish. It took me almost 4 hours to do, so I did have to cut out quite a bit of footage since I didn't want the build to be like 40 minutes long. And that was kind of the I don't know, like the length of the video, I guess. I don't know why I can't speak. But yeah, that was the length of the video before I cut it down a little bit. So yeah, I didn't want to make you guys sit through that. So yeah, the build does have a few cuts here and there. I did cut out a few things of me just messing around with the stuff. Like, for example, when I did the roofing, as you guys could have probably seen, I did cut out a little bit of that since the roofing for this build took me ages. And I also cut out a little bit of me just messing around with the wallpapers as well. I had a very kind of like specific idea in my head for this build. I didn't look at any like reference pictures or anything, but I had a very specific idea in my head of what I wanted it to look like. And then it was just me messing around with different things, trying to get that specific look that I was going for. So yeah, I messed around with like, I think 5 or 6 different wallpapers at some point. So yeah, I did cut out a little bit of that so you guys wouldn't have to suffer through that with me. But yeah, and then also obviously I did have to cut out the layout. I normally cut out the layout, but I had to do it for this one. I know a lot of you guys actually like seeing, people do the layouts on screen in speed builds, but for me personally, I take a really, really long time to figure it out normally. So especially when a house is like this weird kind of a shape, it does take me quite a few tries to get everything, functional and working well and flowing correctly and all of that. And I do always include like screenshot floor plans at the end of the video, at the very end of the video. I always include like bird's eye view screenshots of the build so you can see exactly where all of the rooms are, the layout of everything and all of that, so you guys can see the layout that way if you wanted to see it. But yeah, so this house, I haven't even talked about this house really, but yeah, this house is for the Porter family, and that's why it's called Porter Estate. And like I said, they are for my save file, they're for Windenburg, obviously, this is being built in Windenburg. I actually built this, I think like 3 weeks ago by now, it's been probably more than 3 weeks. But yeah, I bought this like a long time ago, right after I think the patch came out that unlocked a bunch of the world objects and stuff. So that's why you guys can see the fence that I'm using around the whole build. That fence is actually from, I think it's from base game, but it came with the with that new unlock cheat, the show live edit objects, live edit objects cheat. And I just put that around the whole build and broke it up with some of those bushes from Island Living, just to make it look a little bit more interesting, and I absolutely love that fence. I shared a work in progress screenshot of this build to my community tab here on YouTube like 3 weeks ago by now, and one of you guys actually asked me if the fence was CC, and it wasn't. It isn't. It's completely CC free. This whole build is completely custom content free since it is for my save file, and obviously I want the save file to be as accessible as possible. Unfortunately, I did use a lot of packs. I'm not pack restricting the save file at all, so I do just use whatever I want to use in the moment when I'm doing these builds, but they're at least completely custom content free. So there's that. And the sims that I'm creating for the save file as well will all be CC free. The family that I created for this, the Porter family, will actually be up on the gallery when this video is out, when the build is out, obviously, when the build is up on the gallery, they will be there as well. And I will leave a download link in the description to the online gallery website if you guys want to download this build. Or I will probably even leave a link to the family download if you want to download them for your game, for your save, whatever. But yeah, I will leave all of that down below, and you can easily find these builds by searching hashtag Rebuild Windenburg. You can also search for my gallery ID, which is ChrissieYT, or hashtag ChrissieYork, or hashtag ChrissieYT. Those are all different ways to find my stuff on the gallery, since I know a lot of the time the gallery is a little bit, I don't know, weird with showing stuff. When you search for someone's gallery ID, their stuff might not come up. You have to search for a hashtag or something like that. But yeah, that's also why I will always, whenever I can, whenever something doesn't have custom content, there will always be a download link down below to the gallery website, so you can easily see it there if that's easier for you guys. But yeah, so a little bit about this family that lives here. Like I said, they're the Porters, and they live in this house. This house is actually a 5-bedroom house, but 2 of the bedrooms I didn't use as actual bedrooms, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that as we go on. But just some facts about the house. The house did turn out to be 251,000 simoleons, around about that, and it is on a 40 by 30 lot. So yeah, that's basically the whole overview about the house. Now, the family that lives here, the Porters, are actually a 3-generation family. So I figured this house would have been in their family for generations. And we actually have living here, we have the grandparents. We have Francis and Antonia. And Antonia is actually a doctor. She's a doctor, and Francis is a CEO. And I figured this house would have been theirs, but I think, yeah, Francis, he might have grown up in this house, so maybe this house was his parents' house. And then they live here with their son Isaiah and his wife Rosemary. And Isaiah is a chef, and Rosemary is a freelance artist, but she also does classical paintings and stuff on an easel as well. So one of the bedrooms that I mentioned, that's not actually a bedroom, one of them is actually her art studio. So she has a bunch of canvases in there and easels, and obviously the electronic sketch pad, since she is a freelance digital artist. That's her official career. She just paints as a hobby. And then they also live here with their teenage son Cameron, and Cameron is a lifeguard. He's really into bowling and DJing and gaming as well. He's your typical teenage guy, I guess. But he's also really outgoing, and he loves the outdoors. He loves being outside. And then they also have 3 dogs. So this is technically an 8-sim household. The household is technically full, although there's only 5 sims. But they have 3 dogs. They have 3 really large dogs, actually, which is why I put in 3 pet food bowls in the kitchen that we're working on right now. I absolutely love this kitchen. Side note, I love the way this kitchen turned out for some reason. It's really, really large and spacious and everything, but I don't know, I just love it. I love all of the dark woods and everything. But yeah, so onto their dogs. They do have 3 dogs, like I mentioned. They have Duke, who's a Polish lowland sheepdog, and then they have Sansa, who's a St. Bernard, and they have Tammy, an Old English sheepdog. So yeah, they have a bunch of country-esque dogs, the stereotypical thing that you think of when you think, Scottish lowlands, that area, think country living with your really big dogs, and maybe they have some cattle and stuff roaming around, that really picturesque kind of thing that you might see in movies, in really cheesy movies and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of the idea that I had in mind for this family. But yeah, so I figured that this house would have been really, really old, and it would have been renovated, over the generations, since I did figure that Francis grew up in this house. and he's an elder at the moment. Yeah, he's an elder. So I figured since he grew up in this house, it's already quite old. And I figured, it might have been even been in his family since, before that. So maybe his parents even grew up in this house, or maybe his parents built this house. So I figured this house would have been at least 100 and 120 years old or something like that. So that's why I wanted the house to kind of look like the original structure was made out of this like Tudor style like wood and like old bricks and stones, and then it has been added to with the like more almost modern kind of wooden extensions to the house. So yeah, that's basically my idea in mind for this house. And the bottom floor, we have the kitchen, the dining room, the living room, and the entryway. We also have a like guest bathroom off of the living room, and then in that little like diagonal, not diagonal, but like poking out extension bit, whatever, the house is in an L shape, so in like the point, whatever. I don't know how I'm explaining this, I just can't talk tonight apparently. But yeah, the extension bit on the house, I figured that would be like a whole master suite kind of. So I figured that would be where Antonia and Francis actually stay. Their like bedroom is there. They have a really big like en-suite bedroom kind of thing. And then upstairs we have the 4 other bedrooms. We have obviously the kind of like second master bedroom, I suppose, where Isaiah and Rosemary, that's their bedroom, and they also have an ensuite, I think. Yeah, I think this house is 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. So I think they have an ensuite as well. So yeah, they have an ensuite. And then we have obviously Cameron's bedroom. He also has quite a large bedroom. The 3 biggest bedrooms are the ones that I actually furnished as bedrooms. And then we have the 2 smaller bedrooms that are functioning as, one of them is an art studio, like I said. And the other one, I figured since Antonia is a doctor and Francis is a CEO, I figured they would really benefit from having their own like study area. So there's a like office kind of area in this house as well, in the other bedroom. And then they also have this desk in their room. So I figured one of them might do their work in the study, and the other one might do it in the bedroom or whatever. And at the moment I have that laptop on that like desk in their room, but I do end up removing that and putting one of those journals there, the decorative journals that came with the freelancer update. I figured that would probably work. I don't know, I just figured they would probably, one of them would sit there and do their writing or something. And I thought, they could easily have a laptop in their inventory if they wanted another computer. But in the hallway leading up to their room, as you guys could have just seen there in the corner for a second, there's actually another computer in the hallway that I figured would be more of a family computer, or maybe it would be one of theirs and they would just do their work there. But yeah, I do have, I don't know, I can't remember exactly how many computers I have in this house, but I know I have one in the study, I have one in that hallway. I think Cameron has his own one in his bedroom. I think I gave him a laptop in his room on his desk, and I can't remember if I put one anywhere else, but I know I didn't put one in the hallway upstairs. There's actually a grand piano in the hallway upstairs, since I did try and include as many like skill building and hobby objects as I could, since all of these Sims have like very different hobbies. They have a lot of hobbies. I figured this family would be one that would love spending their time. A lot of them love spending their time outside actually, and doing a bunch of different stuff. They would be a very busy family. Although they're not like super big, they would be very busy. They would always be up to something, doing something. And so Francis is actually into writing, he's into fishing, and he's very handy. He likes making things, doing woodworking. In the garage outside, the little outbuilding that I built, I actually turned that into a gym and woodworking, like flower arranging kind of area. So yeah, he's into handiness. And then we have Antonia, who's really into gardening. She's into piano, she's into logic since she's a doctor. And she's also really into wellness, into the wellness skill. So I do end up adding some planter boxes outside, and in the gym area I actually add in some yoga mats as well. So yeah, I figured all of the family would be really into wellness. They would all, I think I all gave them like the fitness and wellness skills. So yeah, they're all really, really into wellness and being fit and taking care of themselves and spending time outdoors, eating really healthily, you know, stuff like that. That's why I actually put in a whole like private gym in this build, which isn't something that I normally do in my builds. And then we have Isaiah, who's actually, obviously, like I said, he's a chef. So I figured he would be really into cooking like healthy stuff. And he's into cooking, he's into mixology, although I don't think I put a bar anywhere in this build. I figured that might be something more that he just learned for his job. It's not something that he liked doing from day to day, keeping up with the whole like health conscious kind of thing. And then he's also into fishing. That's something that he and his dad actually share. They both love fishing. They love taking, you know, like guys' weekend trips to Granite Falls for a fishing trip here and there on the long weekend or something like that. And it's actually something that he's bringing Cameron, you know, into as well. And then we have Rosemary, who's also very musical. She's very creative. So she's musical. She likes piano. She likes guitar. She's obviously very into painting and drawing, digital painting and stuff. And she's also into gaming. It's something that she and Cameron likes doing together. So Cameron, like I said, he's the teenager. He's the only like younger Sim in this household, since I think I made Isaiah and Rosemary both adults instead of young adults. So yeah, Cameron is the youngest one, obviously, and he's into DJing. That's why I actually gave him like his own DJ station in his room. And then he's also into gaming, and he's into bowling as well. Obviously, I didn't put a whole bowling alley in this house, since that would have just been too much, but he has a few bowling trophies and stuff like that in his room. And like I said, the whole family is into wellness and stuff. So as you guys can see, the like garage area is done. And I did cut that out, unfortunately, but you guys will see everything in the screenshots. If you ever watch, this is like a random tangent, but if you ever watch one of my speed builds and you see that there's a little jump cut or something, and suddenly we're working on something completely else, or, you know, you haven't seen me do like the bathrooms, for example, since I usually cut out bathrooms. And, you know, sometimes I even cut out whole rooms, like I had to cut out the whole garage area. And sometimes you'll see parts of those rooms as we go through the rest of the house. If you ever wonder, you know, what did I do in those rooms or anything like that, I always include screenshots at the end of my videos. Sometimes I even do whole like video tours of the build, but normally I will have, you know, screenshots of every single room in the build, unless it's like a really, really tiny bathroom and I just couldn't get a good screenshot of it. But for bigger rooms, for interesting rooms, actually, there's always screenshots at the end. I even include screenshots of all of the bathrooms, and like I said at the beginning, the floor plan and everything. So you guys will be able to see everything in a build, even though you might not see it in the speed build portion of it. But yeah, that's just something that I thought I would mention. And yeah, so I think that's everything that I wanted to mention about this build. I just had a lot of fun playing around with a lot of the not debug, but like the live edit objects of this. Unfortunately, one annoying thing with these objects is that you can't clone them. You can't like copy and paste them with the eyedropper tool. You have to manually like go in and, you know, place one down one by one, which is really annoying, especially when you're doing landscaping. Normally I just hold down shift and that'll like automatically copy whatever you're holding, and I can't do this with the like show live edit objects, you know, with these unlocked objects, which is kind of annoying, especially when it comes to landscaping. But you know, it's something that I guess you get used to it eventually, so I mean, that's fine, I suppose. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed how this build turned out. I'm sorry I haven't posted it. I didn't post it before this. Like I said, I bought this like 3 weeks ago, and just so many different things came up. I've started recording for YouTuber. I really want to do YouTuber this year, where I upload a new Sims video every day of October. So that will be either Sims 4 or Sims 2. I do plan on uploading a few Sims 2 stuff as, videos as well. So keep your eyes out for that. I'm really hoping to get everything done in time for that, for YouTuber, but I've been working on that. And then obviously the Moschino stuff pack released last week, so all of last week's videos were Moschino stuff pack based. And then we're actually expecting the Realm of Magic pack probably sometime within the next month or two. I'm guessing it'll be like September, probably around September, October, I think. So yeah, they said fall, so that's basically all that we know. I know they said fall, so I'm guessing it'll be around like September, October. But I'm really excited for that pack. Like, I'm really excited. I'm already buzzing with ideas. But I hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you did, give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and sticking around. And remember to hit the notification bell to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having an absolutely amazing day, and that your week has started off great. And I will talk to you all in my very next video. Bye guys!